What the heck is up, you guys? Animated Heroes here, back with another action figure review. And as you can see today, we're going to be taking a look at the SH Figuarts Best Selection Naruto Shippuden Naruto action figure. And this is one that caught all of us off guard. I'm pretty sure no one was expecting this, and for obvious reasons. But more so, this is going to be a pretty quick review. There are a couple of things I have to talk about that are outside of the figure. Those are probably what's going to be the most important. But first, let's dive into the sexy packaging so we can get this figure out and see what it's all about. Now, this is a figure that we've already gotten multiple times. And if you're like me, you already have at least 3 or 4 of these. Now, the sexy packaging is actually what I like about this the most. As you guys can see, there's no window to it. You just have Naruto right here, some stuff in Japanese I can't read. That says Best Selection, Action Figure Best Selection, Tamashii Nations Bandai. You got the Tamashii Nations quality seal right there, SH Figuarts at the top. All this legal stuff at the bottom. On the side, of course, you got Best Selection, Naruto in a fighting pose. Same stuff at the bottom, and then, of course, same stuff on this side, just a different pose. Then on the back, you do have 2 poses you can get the figure in, with his accessories as well, and then all the Japanese stuff because I imported this from Ami. So the packaging is something that I really like. It'd be great if the Naruto line continues and they continue to use this packaging. I like this. It's small, it's to the point, and it looks brand new. I dig it. Now, for my people who like to see exactly what the figure looks like straight in the plastic with all the accessories, this is exactly what you get as soon as you take them out of the box. So as I said, I'm going to get straight to the point with this figure, and it's funny to say that because that's exactly what this figure is. It is absolutely 100% straight to the point. Literally, we get nothing new with this guy other than the face that you see on him now, which is a default face of his normal form before he goes Sage mode, before he goes Biju, anything like that. This is just a normal angry expression for Naruto, which this is something I feel like we should have had already. I'm not going to complain that we got it, but I just feel like it's something we should have had. Now, as you guys see, he comes straight out of the packaging with these 2 hands for holding his kunai, and I feel like these hands look extremely derpy. Like, this is not the standard Tamashii Nations quality for hands. I don't know if this is just mine, but for one, the hands look huge. If you guys look at that, like, the figure itself looks beautiful, but then you have these hands that look like they belong on like a $6 or $7 figure, like those action figures where you can't change these out. These hands just look super weird to me, and I'll compare them to the others a little bit later, but these just look super freaking weird. But anyway, the paint on the figure's clean. I give them that. The face looks nice. The hair sculpt is the exact same thing. Everything's the same. It's just painted differently. I feel like this one is a little bit more matte than the last version we got, and I'm going to show it off right now so that we can get a comparison between the 2 of them. Here the 2 of them are side by side. This is the original first Sage release Naruto, and of course this is the new one right here. And it's weird because this one, something about this one just looks a little bit bigger than the new one. So maybe they did do some things different. I'm not entirely sure what it is though. Everything looks the same. It just looks as if this one's a little bit bigger. I don't know. I might be tripping, but if you guys are looking at it through the camera like I am, I'm hoping that you guys can see it. Something about it just looks bigger, and that's not a problem by any means. But standing side by side, as you guys can see, this one, like I said, is a little bit more of a vibrant orange. This one has a little bit more matte. The black on this one is actually darker as well. Everything else looks about the same. They still didn't correct those half-ass done feet, but I'm not even going to dive into that. The headband looks the same. The hair on this one is a little bit darker. This is more of like a vibrant yellow, which is fine with me. And once again, the main difference is the hands. Now that I'm looking at both of them, they do kind of look a little bit derpy, but still, the ones on the new one just look a whole lot more weird. Like, maybe it doesn't look bad to you guys on camera. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just me, but it's not something I'm going to continue to gripe about. I just wanted to show them off next to each other. Now we can go ahead and put him back, see how tall he stands, and then we'll go on with the rest of the review. As far as his height goes, as you guys can see, Naruto to the top of his head is literally right at about 5.5 inches, which is fine. I mean, he's a teenager, so he's still going to fit in scale with your 6-inch figures. And of course, I'll show him off with some more figures from the Naruto line a little bit later in the review. So here's where we really start to go back down memory lane. Articulation wise, he looks up About that much. Obviously, with the hair touching the back of the neck, you don't get much out of it. His head does look down, though. A lot of it comes out of the neck, as you guys can see. So he can look down. You do get a whole lot of tilt. They haven't changed that at all, so you can make a whole lot of expressions out of him. His headband, I think, is the exact same. Yeah, you can still turn it. It's just a little peg in there, and you can have it look like it's blowing. So yeah, that is still there, obviously. His arm goes up about that much. That's phenomenal. I dig that. All the way around, of course, he does have a butterfly joint, and it works a whole lot more effective than I thought it did. Like, he can really do some crossing. I dig that. I don't know if the other did that, but hey, I'm fine with it. As far as his diaphragm joint, you don't get much out of it. You get a little bit leaning back, you get a little bit forward, and of course you can swivel it around just a little bit, but you can't really turn it, so you're not going to get much out of that, which is fine because obviously this isn't going to line up either if you do that, so that's fine. Double jointed elbows, as you guys can see, hands are on a ball peg, and they can swivel all the way around. Foot still, or legs rather, still on the drop down method. He kicks forward about this much. Once you fully extend it, doesn't really kick back. He can do the splits all the way. Does have a built-in thigh swivel. It's a single jointed knee, but it bends very, very well. Foot goes down that much, up that much. Of course, he's got the ankle rocker, and then he does have a toe hinge as well. So once again, articulation, same thing we've seen before, but I mean, I feel like the butterfly joint is at least a little bit better, if nothing else is. Accessory wise, you don't get a whole lot with this figure, but I'm not really going to complain. I only have one gripe. Straight out the package, you get him with the new face already on him. It's just the Sage Mode face repainted, as I stated. You do get the pair of gripping hands, as you guys can see. Those are for the kunai. You get a pair of jutsu hands, and then you get one hand for his Rasengan, which actually looks pretty cool. I like the paint that they used on this one. It looks a little bit better than the old ones. I'm pretty sure it's not picking up as well on camera. I do still like Jiraiya's the best, but this does not look bad at all. As far as faces go, you get that one that you see right now, and then of course you get his signature grinning face, showing off his teeth, and the paint on this is nice, by the way. And then lastly, of course, you get two kunai, which are the same ones we've gotten before, same paint job and everything, but it's cool that they included them. Now, my only gripe I have about the accessories is that the fact he comes with no fist hands. That alone is weird. Naruto's a ninja, he's an action figure. Why in the world do we not get any fist hands? I'm not going to harp on it, but that's a very, very weird choice, especially for a figure that it's a reused mold, so they could have just painted them and threw them in there, but whatever. Let's go ahead and put him back and get to some size comparisons. For some size comparisons, here he is standing next to the original SH Figuarts Sasuke Uchiha, the original SH Figuarts Naruto Uzumaki, the very first figure of the wave that we try to forget about, and then of course the SH Figuarts Kakashi, which to this day is still one of the best. Next up, here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts Battle Arc Itachi, Sasuke Uchiha, the SH Figuarts Gaara, and of course the legend himself, the SH Figuarts Madara Uchiha. Lastly, here he is standing next to his family, the SH Figuarts Pervy Sage / Jiraiya, the SH Figuarts Boruto Uzumaki, and the SH Figuarts Minato Namikaze / 4th Hokage. And man, does he look great next to these guys. I really love seeing this. So if you actually keep up with my content, then you'll know a couple of months ago I actually made a video called How Tamashii Nations Fail the Naruto line. And I felt like a lot of it was valid, but there was one thing that I neglected to mention. We as collectors also failed the Naruto line. It wasn't just Tamashii Nations, because of the fact this is all marketing, and as long as they see we continue to buy and support everything, they are going to continue to release it. The Last of Us 2 wouldn't release if the first one was trash or if no one bought it. We wouldn't get another one. And so people supported the game. Now here we are 6 years later, the new one just released. And I know that has nothing to do with this figure, but it's just marketing, no matter what it is. If the Dragon Ball Z line failed from the beginning, obviously they wouldn't still be releasing them. We saw what happened with the One Piece line. We saw what's happened with several lines that some people really enjoyed. If you don't support it, then you're contributing to the cause of people not getting new figures, of yourself not getting new figures. And I know that this has nothing to do with the figure itself. I'm not really giving my final thoughts, and the reason I'm not is because I've already reviewed this figure before, guys. If you want to see how I feel about it, I will leave my 2 reviews that I did years ago. They're going to be outdated, but I will leave those reviews in the description below. You can fast forward to the end and see what I think about this figure. If you don't, then hey, I think the figure's great. That's all I have to say about it. It's a great figure. There's nothing new about it, and so that's why I'm not tackling it. I'm more so diving into the fact that this is an opportunity for us to hopefully keep the Naruto line going. I don't feel like this was dropped for nothing. Tamashii Nations was testing the water, and I know I'm beating a dead horse, but guys, if you like Naruto, if you're a collector, buy this figure. Don't be one of those people that says, oh, it's another Naruto figure, I'm not going to buy it, I've already got 3 or 4. That's great. That's phenomenal. Thank you for supporting those. But still, if this figure doesn't do well, then what makes you think we're going to get anything else? We'll be 6 months down the line, the rest of this year in 2020, and we'll have no release. If you guys want Sakura, you guys want Orochimaru, Tsunade, all these characters that were missing, Pain, support this damn figure. It's $30. And you guys as Naruto fans know that he makes a ton of clones. Pick it up for that reason. If you don't buy 5 or 6, just buy 1. I'm only buying 1. But show your support, guys. It's really important if you want this line to continue. And if you choose not to pick up this figure and you see 6 months down the line, we have no new releases, no new information, then you can't blame anybody but yourself, because you have no right to complain if you're not supporting what we're getting. And I know this is kind of a rant. I'm going to go ahead and end it on that note. But I'm just saying, guys, you understand what I'm saying. So if you drop a dislike on the video, hey, that just means you're one of those people. But that's my review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As I said, nothing really new to the figure. I'm not going to do any pictures or anything like that. I will leave both of my reviews of this figure in the description below. So guys, go check those out if you want to see photos. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Follow me on everything you see listed in the description below. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new stuff. And peace.